this yoga flow is if you have a little bit more time, make sure I can catch myself on camera, great, is if you have a little bit more time and you want to do a little bit more floor work at the end. So we'll start similarly to the quick flow, but then at the tail end we're going to have a little bit more, as I say, time on the floor. So if you haven't warmed up at all, do something to warm up. Swim your arms. I'm not going to do much of a warm up, but please take a couple minutes just to kind of get your joints loosened up. Do some squats, something so that you're not just fresh out of bed. But we're going to start like we did before in child's pose. So come on down to the mat, big toes touching, knees open wide. Again, set my timer so I don't take us too long. And we're going to start in child's pose. So let your forehead rest either on the floor or on the backs of your hands, whichever is most comfortable for your body. Hips are heavy, weight is back in the direction of your heels. And this is the place where I like to begin so that I'm remembering sort of why I'm doing yoga and not going for a run or not going to the gym to do strength work. Yoga is a place where I remember how to breathe consciously. And that conscious breath is found on exhale. So noticing the inhale coming in and choosing a full conscious exhale each time that you remember. And when you can come to that place of remembering the conscious exhale, you're in the present moment. You're doing your yoga. So wherever you are in your practice, whatever funky thing we're doing in the body, you have that opportunity to come back to your exhale and remember, this is the moment, I'm in this moment right here, right now. Three more breaths in this child's pose, noticing the breath. As you inhale, kind of ripple the spine up, coming into your tabletop. Great place to start every practice because it's different each time I come into tabletop. So noticing your fingers spreading, the fingerprints planting, taking on your cat and cow as if you've never done it before. It's your first time today probably doing this. So with your cow shape, tuck your toes under, lift the heart, lift the sits bones, find that lengthening of the front of your spine. And then the exhale untucks your toes, round and spread the shoulder blades, tuck the tail under, suction the belly up and back to the spine, let the head go. And then an inhale, tuck the toes, lengthen into your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time, inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. And then find neutral spine. So inhale, long neutral spine. So the back of the skull is parallel to the floor, reaching from the crown of the head out the back of the tail. Feeling the strong place of table, so pushing the floor away, fanning out the shoulder blades up around the back. And then we're going to get even longer with our limbs. So the left toes are going to tuck under like a tiger balance. So right fingertips tent and then reach the right arm out. Left leg lifts. So this time we're going to bend, rather than breaking the spine here like a cow shape, you want to keep the spine level. So wherever that is, where that back leg lifts, don't let it lift so far that we break the spine. So keep our spine nice and strong. Reach out the fingertips, reach through the back of the heel. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, tucking and rounding like an angry cat back. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, lengthen out. Two more times. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhaling, reach out. Exhaling. Inhale, reach out. And then exhale, plant the knee in the hand. Other side. Fingertips tent, right toes tuck, and extend the leg back behind you. Left arm reaches forward. Right leg lifts back. But we're not lifting it so high that we break the spine. We find that nice level spine, solid core. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck in and round, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time, inhale. Exhale. And then plant the limbs down. Take a little break. Walk the hands forward. Trying out half dog. This helps us open up our shoulders. Fingerprints imprint. Lengthen the hips up and back. Ears between shoulders, ears between biceps. Wag the tail a little bit. Really press the hands down into the floor. Fingerprints down into the floor as you pull the hips up and back. Get some space in your armpits. Space between the shoulders so the back of the neck is soft. Inhaling here. Exhale, come forward to modified plank. Hands on the mat, hands under shoulders, knees on the mat. Inhale, exhale here. Now tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, and pivot on that left heel. Left lower leg is going to kickstand behind you. So this is a modified side plank. So I've got my right foot down, kind of the outer part of my left knee down, and then I can open up here. So I've got this modified side plank. Inhale here, really press down through the right foot. Feel that big arch and then reach out of the right fingertips. So we're lengthening this whole right side body, lifting the left hip up off the floor, creating this nice rainbow shape on the right side. Inhaling here. Exhale, switch sides. Right hand comes down, right knee comes down. Pivot on the right knee, pivot on the left foot. So the left foot is planted, the left toes are facing the side edge of the mat, and I've got this right lower leg kickstand. I can open up this left arm, really press down through the left foot and reach out with those left fingertips. Big rainbow. Lifting the right hip up. Modified side plank. Inhaling. And then exhale all the way back around to tabletop. Excuse me, modified plank. So kind of like a tabletop, knees are back further, so we've got a little angle in the spine. Inhale here for modified plank. And then exhale the hips back, like a child's pose meets a puppy pose. Breathing here. Inhaling. And then exhale forward to modified plank. Inhale the hips back, kind of like a child's puppy mix. Exhale forward. Inhale the hips back, really lift the sits bones up away from the heels. And then exhale forward. Pivot to the left side, modified plank. Just like we did, opening up, big rainbow side body, inhale. Exhale, pivot to the right side. Big rainbow side body, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, modified plank. Exhale, modified plank. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Regular plank. Inhale here. Exhale, bent knee dog, so like a turbo dog, really long, get ready to pounce. Inhale here. Exhale forward, plank. Inhale back, bent knees, turbo dog. Exhale forward, launching forward. One more time, inhaling back. Exhale, launch forward. Pivot to the left side, regular plank. You could drop the left knee if you want. Open up, try that rainbow. Reaching out the right fingertips. Press through the bottoms of your feet. Inhaling. Exhale to the right side. Press through the bottoms of your feet, even if they're not touching the floor. Rainbow the side body. Inhaling. Exhale to plank. Inhale, bent knee dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, bent knee dog. Exhale, plank. Left side, plank. Inhale, rainbow. Exhale, right side. Inhaling. Exhale, regular plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the body all the way down. Let's play with cobra. Palms walk back. Elbows wrap in and reach back. Forehead resting on the floor to start. Really zip up the legs. Let's set this thing up.
So tops of the toes pressing down. When you do that, the kneecaps lift. The thigh muscles hug to the bone. And think about the tailbone pointing down between the heels. Navel up toward the spine. And then just lift the back of the skull. Chest lifts, head lifts, elbows wrapping in back. Cobra pose. If the spine feels fine, you can press a little bit more into the hands and lift the spine into king cobra. Elbows are still bent, creases of the elbows are forward. Inhale here, and then exhale up and back to dog. So it might be like mine, where I went to my knees, and you just kind of reach your hips up and back, find that sweet spot, pedaling out the heels, bending the knees. Might be your first dog of the day. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in here, and then as you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Let's warm up the legs a little bit. So keep the knees soft, elbows rest on thighs. My favorite place to start a forward fold, as you can see. I love coming here. So elbows kind of heavy in the thighs, weight heavy in the heels. Let the head go. And then little by little, you're just gonna work the backs of the legs open. So your inhale is kind of a halfway lift public toilet pose. And your exhale, you'll dive down a little bit, let the head go. Inhale's like a halfway lift public toilet pose. Exhale, fold. 3 more times. Inhale, public toilet. Exhale, fold. Think about the heels anchoring. Exhaling. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees deeply so you're like in a squat, like a bent knee squat, not all the way down to the heels, but find your weight back into your heels, creases of your hips pulling back. You can keep the elbows on thighs, but think about the navel up and back to your spine. You might release the hands, let the fingertips anchor down or reach down. You might have fingertips reaching back behind you. You might have fingertips out in front of you, a little harder. Reach and activate those arms and fingertips. Down through the heels, imagine the heels down and pulling away from one another. Light in the toes, navel to spine. 3 more breaths here. Full exhale. Shoulder blades down, up the ears. 1 more breath in. Exhale to regular chair, so coming a little bit out of the bend, lifting the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, stand all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Find yourself on your feet. 1 conscious breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, the arms float. Exhale, forward fold. You can have soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, walk out to your plank, but think about that angry cat back. So really just rounding the spine, kind of a prowl walk, and then an inhale to lengthen out in your plank. Exhale, lower the body. You could do chaturanga or come all the way to the floor. Inhaling cobra, baby, or king cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg floats up and back, opening the knee, opening the hip, bending the knee. Inhale up high. Exhale, bring the right foot to the right thumb. Keep the back knee lifted. Right hand to right thigh. Left hand to left hip and come on up. Find your footing here. So this first time through, really take your time. My feet are standing a little wider set, like on train track rails rather than on a balance beam. I've got my right heel stamping down, my left heel pressing back. Left inner groin is lifting up toward the sky. And then I can get my heart a little higher, maybe my hands a little free. So hands now come to hips. Now if I want to take the full crescent lunge, my hands come to the sky. So this first time, you're setting the nervous system up, telling it where we're going to be going the next few times. So this is our inhale here at crescent lunge. Maybe a little slight back bend, like you're going over a high jump bar, so that upper back is bending. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, open those arms to the right. Right arm comes back, left arm comes forward. Keep reaching through the back heel, lifting that back inner groin. Front heel is still stamping down. Reach out of the fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, flip up the front palm.
and then inhale, tip back. Reverse your warrior twisted. So inhaling here, exhaling here. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, come all the way down, left fingertips to the floor, maybe a block if you've got one for dragonfly twist. Now watch this, I've got to hop my leg a little bit back to accommodate. So you've got to do some hopping around sometimes in these shapes to make it work for your body. Inhale in this dragonfly twist, exhale here. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down, pivot the back heel to the floor, setting up for warrior two legs. Interlace both of your fingers, press the backs of press your palms down toward the floor with those interlaced fingers. And then press the palms up and over and then undo the interlace. Warrior two legs. Bending and straightening a few times in this first warrior two. Find your spot where your feet like to go. Front heel, actively stamping down. The kneecap tracking out over the middle toes. Fingertips extending out of the chest. Back foot pressing down and away, inner arch of back foot lifting. Hug the back leg muscles to the bone. Inhale here. Exhale here. Hands to the hips, straighten that front leg, turn the toes in. Inhale from this nice wide legs. As you exhale, take a forward fold. Down as low as you can go. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold in again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Stand up. Turn the left toes to face the back of your mat. Warrior two to the back of your mat. So bending into that left knee now. Find that sweet spot here toward the back of the mat. Back inner arch of the foot, that right inner arch lifting. Front heel stamping down. Left heel stamping down. And then open up those arms once you find your legs. So this first time through, we go a little slower. We're just getting the nervous system prepped. Breathing. Great. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Straighten the front knee, hands to hips, turn the toes to face the side. Inhaling. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Stand it up. Turn those right toes to face the front of the mat. Take the arms out, warrior two. Inhale here. Windmill the hands down, pivot on the back toes. Step back to plank. Inhaling plank. Exhale, left side, side plank. Pivot over there. Inhale, the arm can come straight up or over the ear like we did with rainbow. Inhaling. Exhale to the right side, side plank. Inhaling open, maybe a rainbow arm. And then exhale, regular plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga, which is halfway like a crocodile. Inhale, the heart can lift into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, the left leg floats up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Keep this back knee lifted, setting up for your crescent lunge. So you kind of know where you're headed, just a different side this time. So the feet are a little wide set. Stamping into the front heel, find that sweet spot for the feet. Press back through the back heel, lift that right inner groin up, down through the front heel, and then those arms eventually join the fun. Come up to the sky. Reach on the fingertips, keep those legs active, front heel active. Even as you come up, you stay down in the feet, and then up and over that high jump bar with the upper back if you wish. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, open up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Open arm lunge. Keep that left hip from cinching up into the side ribs. Keep it down. Back through the back leg. Out the fingertips actively. Breathing here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down. And again, pop that right foot where it needs to be for dragonfly lunge. Let the left arm come to the sky, opening up. Breathing. Full exhale. Inhale. And then bring the hand down.
Pivot around, so we're gonna set up for warrior two legs. So the right heel pivots down. We're down low here in the torso still. Interlace the fingers, press the palms down to the floor by that left foot, and then press up and open up. Arms open. Find your warrior 2 feet. Bending into the front knee, kneecap tracking over the middle toes. Back inner arch lifting. A little more familiar second time through. Inhaling here. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hands to hips. Inhale, wide leg stance. Exhale, wide leg fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips, stand up. Turn the right toes to the back of the mat, warrior 2 with the right leg. Let those arms come up, a little more familiarity. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the hips, straighten the leg, turn the toes, wide legs. Inhale, wide leg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. And then walk out to a wide leg down dog. So those hands walk in front of you. And you're really gonna think about pulling the hips back. Think about someone pulling those hips back. So you're heavy in your heels, inner arches are lifting, backs of the knees are soft. Fingerprints are active, reaching forward as the hips pull back. This should feel easy in the upper body, active in the lower body. Breathing, opening up the back ribs. Full exhale. Inhaling, look up slightly, walk those hands back. This might be a good place for a prop if you have a blocker, something like that. But we're going to turn the toes out slightly and bend into the left knee. We're going to do each side in turn. So bending slightly into this left knee. Take the left hand inside the left foot. Left hand inside of left foot with a bent left knee. Now the upper arm on my left arm is right inside of this bent right knee. They're making contact, so I've got a little bind there. And so as I get lower into this left side, I make contact with the upper outer arm and inner left leg. My right arm is going to reach across the body and land on the floor, kind of a foot in front of my left foot. So then I've got mostly straight right leg, soft in the back of that right knee, reaching out of those right fingertips and arm, deep compression in left hip, contact with left arm and left leg. Maybe you can give a sniff test under your armpit, take a little peek under there, under the right armpit. One more breath in there. Exhale, come up and out of there, shake tail feathers, and try this right side. So the toes are slightly turned out, bend the right knee. Right hand plants inside of right foot. Make contact with that upper outer right arm and that inner right knee. Left arm reaches across the body, palm plants on the floor, out in front of the right toes. Then pull that left hip back, soften the left knee so you can really create that length on the left side. Deep compression in right side, and maybe you can peek under that left armpit, give a little sniff test. And maybe there's room for breath. Inhaling. Exhale, come up through center. Turn the toes to face the side edge of your mat. Wide leg down dog. Palms out in front. Pull the hips back. Hands are light, but they're still reaching forward, even though they're light. Creating that nice length in your spine. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, come up halfway, hands under shoulders. Exhale, walk it around to the left toes. Inhale in this lunge. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the body, chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Inhale from your dog. And then exhale, walk the hands back to the feet. Halfway lift, inhaling. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reach and rise up. Hands to the heart, exhaling. One breath right here. Inhale, the arms float. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, round it back as you prowl out to plank. And then inhale, lengthen out your plank. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, the right leg floats up and back. You can open the hip, bend the knee. This time you have the option to keep going over there. So the right foot's gonna land over there, and we're in this wild thing. If this is not happening, don't worry about it. Exhale, come back around. Kick that right leg up, inhale. Exhale, right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Find your footing. Rising up. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open arm twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhaling. Exhale, left hand down. Maybe hop the left foot back, dragonfly lunge. Inhaling. Exhale, the right hand down. Pivot the left heel down. Interlace the fingers, press the palms down. Inhale, reach up and open up. Let those arms go. Warrior two. Bending in the front knee. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side, wide leg to the side. Inhaling up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stand up. Turn the left toes out. Warrior two to the left. Bending the left knee. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Wide legs, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk to the right toes. So the right hand inside of the right foot. Toes are turned out, but both heel and toe are on the floor. Bent right knee, left arm reaches across, just like we did on the other side. Finding a deep compression. Maybe you peek under that left armpit. Inhaling. Exhale, come up through center. Inhale, walk to the left side. Bend the right knee. Left hand inside the left foot, reach across with the right palm. Peeking under the armpit. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, wide leg down dog. Walk those hands out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it around to the front leg. Inhale, plank. Exhale, side plank left. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, side plank right. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, regular plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lift your hips. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, the left leg floats. Open the hip, bend the knee. Maybe keep taking it over there so the left foot lands. We're upside down, wild thing. Reach out of those left fingertips, lift the hip bones up. Inhaling. Exhale, flip back around. Inhale the left leg up. And exhale, the left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge, set it up. Front heel stamping down, back leg active. Arms reach and float. Inhale up high. Exhale, open arm twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhaling here. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Maybe hop that right foot back. Dragonfly twist. Inhaling. Exhale, take the hands down. Right heel pivots down. Warrior two legs. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms down. Come on up. Inhale. And then exhale, open those arms. Warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front knee, hands to hips. Inhale, wide legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, toes turn out, bend to the left knee. Left hand inside of the left foot, right hand across. Peek under the right armpit. Hips back. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right side. Right knee bends, right hand inside of right foot, left hand across. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up through center. Turn those toes forward again. And exhale, wide leg down dog. Palms forward, hips back. One more breath here. And out. Walk the hands under the shoulders, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips, stand up. Turn the toes forward, windmill down. Inhale here, exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, side plank to the right. Inhaling open, maybe a rainbow. Exhale to the left. Pivot over there. Inhaling up. Exhale, regular plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lift the hips. Breathing. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath in. And out. This time inhale, look forward. And exhale, walk, step, or jump your feet all the way to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and rise up. Hands to the heart, exhaling. Inhale, the arms float. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower the body. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips. Let's do that sequence one more time. Inhale, the right leg floats. Open the hip. Maybe flip it around. Flip your dog, wild thing. Breath or two. Inhale. Exhale, come back around. Inhale, the leg floats. Exhale, step it forward, crescent lunge. Set the feet, rise up. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open arm twist, left arm forward. Inhale, open arm. Exhale, down to dragonfly lunge. Inhale, dragonfly. Exhale, set up for warrior two. Hands down to start. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two, arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to hips, straighten the knee, turn the toes to the side. Inhaling. And exhale, forward fold, wide legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stand up. Turn the left toes out. Warrior two to the left. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold. Turn the toes out slightly. Walk to the right toes. Walk to the right foot. Right hand inside the right foot. Left hand reaches across. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the left. Left hand inside the left foot. Right arm reaches across. Inhale up to center. Toes face forward. Exhale, wide leg dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it around to the right foot. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale to the right side plank. Inhale here. Exhale to the left side plank. Inhale here. Exhale to plank. Inhale. And then exhale, move through either straight to dog or move through chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and then to dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg floats. Open the hip, bend the knee, maybe keep taking it to flip your dog. Wild thing. Inhaling. Exhale around. Inhale, the leg lifts. Exhale, left foot forward. Crescent lunge, set it up. Arms float. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm forward. One inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, open up, dragonfly twist. Left hand down, back heel down, setting up warrior two. Interlace the fingers, palms press down. Inhale to come up.
Exhale to open those arms. One inhale here. Exhale, hands to hips, turn the toes, wide legs, prepare, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, stand up. Right toes turn out, warrior two to the right side. One inhale here. Exhale, straighten the leg, turn the toes to the side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, walk to the right foot, toes turn out slightly, right hand inside of right foot, left arm reaches across. Exhale completely. Inhale, come through center. Plant the left hand inside the left foot, bend the left knee, reach the right arm across. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, wide leg down dog. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands back and around through the left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, plank, either lower the body or take it straight to dog. Inhale, the heart lifts, and exhale, the hips lift. Following your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So before we come to the floor and do floor work, we're going to balance a little. So I'm going to give a few options of how you can balance. I'm going to turn to the side of my mat so I can face you, but you can stay wherever you are, however you can see most easily. If you have trouble balancing, please come near like a table or a wall, because it does help build confidence, and so you can play with different things if you have something to stabilize you. So thinking about our chair pose, hips come back, knees bend slightly. You're going to shift the weight to the left leg, and your right ankle is going to cross over that left thigh, like a figure four. So keep the hips coming back, 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 back. As I do that, my heart gets a little lower. That's cool. We can stay here with hands resting on the knee and the ankle. If you can get a little lower, you might have elbows resting on the lower leg. If you can get even deeper, you might have elbows in front of your shin, pressing the shin back and pulling the heart forward, creating that good tension back and forward, simultaneously lengthening the spine. Breathing here, hips back, heart forward, deep hip stretch on that right side, and a nice balance for the left leg. Navel to spine. Keep that left hip from sassing out to the side. Tuck it underneath the body. How's the breath? One more breath here. Slowly come up and out the way you came in. Shake it off. Shake your tail feathers. And then we'll switch sides. So starting out like a chair pose, hips come back, left ankle over the right thigh, keep pulling the hips back. Heart's gonna get a little lower as you do that. Go to your spot, whatever feels good. It's a good hip stretch, it's also a great balance. You might have hands on the knee and ankle, you could have elbows on the lower leg, or elbows in front of the shin as you press the shin back and pull the heart forward. It gives you a nice deep outer hip stretch. Breathing. And you can do this with your butt against the wall or your side into the wall so that you can really help yourself balance and take advantage of that hip stretch. Breathing. One more breath. Coming out the way you came in. Shake it off. And then we'll do a little bit easier balance with the external rotation again, so tree pose. Something that seems pretty simple, but it's not very easy. We'll stand on the left leg to start. So as you shift your weight to the left leg, try not to let that hip sass out. Keep yourself aligned here. So you're thinking about pushing down to the left leg and lengthening out of the head simultaneously. The first place you might be in tree pose is a little kickstand here. Right ankle or right heel inside of left ankle with the toes down. You might have the right foot pressing inside of that left calf. Make a little contact there, but never put the foot on the knee. If you have flexibility in your hips, you might be able to bring the right heel all the way up inside that left upper inner groin, but really make contact there. Doesn't matter where the leg is. Really want to think about breathing. So if you're in a place where you can't remember to breathe or it's too much going on, just come back to a spot, either kickstand or to the calf, where you can remember to breathe and remember to exhale to the bottom. Hands can do whatever. I kind of like my hands pressing apart so I can create that bind from the ground, my inner thigh and my hands. Other people like to have tree branches. But find one steady place to gaze. This is a great way to quiet the mind, gazing down the tip of the nose and noticing full exhale. One more breath. And coming back the way you came in. Hands can come back if they went up. You might use the hand to support the leg down. Both feet on the floor. And then we'll do the other side. This might be a completely different setup for the other side depending on how you feel today. So again, don't let the right hip sass out. Keep it down under you. Press down into the floor, lengthen up through the crown. Start with your kickstand. Left heel inside of that right ankle, the right lower leg. And then maybe you bring the left foot inside the right calf. Give it a nice press, one into the other. If this feels too easy, then maybe you can take that left heel to the upper inner right groin. Give it a little hook onto that bone there. Press the leg into the foot into the leg. But the ideal spot is whatever ideal spot for you where you can feel your exhale happening. If you're just too anxious about trying to get something that's more difficult, that's just the head talking. That's not your breath. So find a place where the head isn't telling you how it should be. You say, quit shoulding all over yourself. Get to the place where you feel like you can exhale. And then the hands and arms, do whatever expression feels fun and stable. Steady gaze, down the tip of the nose. Full exhale. One more breath. Coming out the way you came in, as gracefully as possible. Both feet standing. Full breath in. Full breath out. So to get to the floor, I like to encourage deep hip squat. So every body is built differently and has different capacities. So I would encourage the attempt at this deep squat just because it is so good for the spine and the pelvis to do this movement. So for some folks, it's hands on thighs and you're just like dipping your butt. You're just practicing dipping the butt, but you're not going forward to the toes. You're coming back toward the heels. So if you're dipping the butt and you feel yourself get heavy in the toes, don't go any lower. Go to the place where you can keep the toes light and you're kind of dipping the butt as low as it can go and then hanging out there and then letting it lift up again. So you're just kind of coaxing your way into this deep squat. Some people can put a little cushion underneath their heels to lift the heels up, and that can help, but try to keep the heels anchored on something. But a practice of doing a deep squat, in yoga they call this malasana. You could call it whatever you want to, but I used to not be able to even come close to doing this. And it's just really great to practice going into this deep squat. Actually increases longevity of life if you can be in this place. So being here as long as is tolerable, 5 breaths or so, more if you can hang, and then eventually let's plop down onto our seat. So from our seat, we're gonna come into one of my favorite cool down stretches. So we're gonna have kind of a half wide leg. So your left leg is gonna come out to the side and your right knee is gonna bend in. Your right foot is gonna be inside of your left thigh. And kind of start here. For some folks it's tough to get up on those sits bones and we end up on the backs of our sits bones kind of rounded. So if that's you, then get a little blanket or a little extra cushion under your butt so you can come up on your sits bones and get nice and as tall as possible. Activate this left leg, so draw the toes back towards you, dorsiflex that ankle. Press down into that left calf, so that leg is very active and supportive. If this right leg is like a chicken wing and it's way up high, then support it with something under here so it's not just hanging out and pulling on that groin. You want to have a relative comfort on this left side. Okay, so once you feel set up, prop yourself up with your fingertips, puff up your chest feathers, get nice and tall. And then just lean forward. As you lean forward, you notice your butt cheeks lift off. See if you can think about keeping the butt cheeks anchoring back behind you, even though you're leaning forward, heart leading the way. Not the chin, the heart. The chin is neutral. And then just revolve. So moving the collarbones toward the left. Collarbones rotate left, as if you could rotate the heart over the left knee. Then move the contents of your belly toward that left inner thigh. And then lengthen the heart, not the chin, lengthen the heart out toward the toes. Right hand can support on lower left leg or outer left leg somewhere to give you a little extra lever, a little extra twist. And once you've got this nice long spine established, then let the chin drop, let the back round, and get that extra goody stretch for that right side waist. A little extra hamstring stretch. And then, oh yeah, how is the exhale? Three more breaths. Inhaling to that halfway lift place. Replace the right hand, take the right hand now inside of the leg and take the left hand to the lower leg. Actually, right hand's gonna come to your right hip. And I've got this left hand on my left leg, but if you wanna bend the left elbow and have that forearm there, if you have more space in the body, you can do that. But if you're up here, that's cool. But then now let the collarbones rotate to the right. If you can get a little lower, that'll just give you a little bit more stretch if you have that mobility. And then right arm comes up. And maybe over. Sometimes my neck and head get tired, or my neck gets tired, so I'll just take this right hand up and over my head and give it a little cradle so my neck doesn't have to work so hard. If you're doing this, reach out of the elbow so you get that nice long line from that outer right hip out the right elbow. Breathing. Opening the collarbones to the right. One more breath in. And then exhale, come up to center. Take that right leg out. And just for a couple breaths, we'll do a wide leg forward fold. So it doesn't have to be the widest legs you've ever done. It can be whatever is comfortable for you. But start with kind of propping yourself up outside your hips, behind the hips, so you can get nice and tall in the spine, and then just lean in. Thinking about heavy sits bones, like there's sandbags behind you, anchoring the hips, and then grow the heart forward, not the chin, the heart. Leaning in. One more breath in. And then exhale, come on up. Bend this left knee in. So same thing, different side. So just kind of noticing as you do each side of the body in each of these places how different your experience is. Sometimes it's not that different, but it can be. So not as much talking since we already did it on this side, but or the other side. So starting by propping up the heart, lean in, kind of walk yourself forward slightly to find this half wide leg fold. And now rotate collarbones to the right. So you're rotating the spine, so the heart's gonna come out over that right knee. Activate the right leg. Dorsiflex the ankle and press down into that right calf. And then think about the contents of your belly rolling toward that right inner thigh. Leaning in, lengthening
And then once you feel like, okay, I want a little bit more maybe, this left hand can take a hold of the lower right leg. Give yourself a little extra twist, maybe let yourself round. Getting a little deeper. Breathing. Three more breaths. Inhaling, come up. Right hand to the right leg, left hand to left hip, collarbones roll to the left. Creak open. You might bend this left elbow to get a little deeper. Left arm can come up, maybe over. For some of you, you might want to hold the head with the left hand, but keep those collarbones rolling left as you reach out of that left elbow if it's bent. Keep that long line from the left side waist out the left arm. Breathing. These are areas that get really bound up in a lot of bodies. So it's sometimes bound up in our breath too. So just kind of recognizing where it is that you can make space for the breath. What position of the body, what placement, how much effort, so that you can really feel the exhale go to the bottom. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, come on out. Take the left leg out, and a nice, easy, wide leg fold. Inhaling, come on up. Gather up the backs of the knees, and then let's come on to lie on the back. Do some easy bridging before we finish. So I didn't include a lot of props and stuff because I'm just assuming you have just a yoga mat. But if you do have props and you'd like to do more of a restorative bridge, one of my faves is just to slide a block underneath the pelvis so you're just kind of propped up and supported without having to work at all. So if you're kind of tapped out and you don't want to do much more but you want the benefit of the back bend, you can always just put a blanket, a block, or a pillow or something behind the pelvis and support yourself that way. But let's just do a few of these bridges. And we're going to do them in a way that's a yoga bridge. There's lots of ways to bridge, but we're going to do a yoga bridge. So you're more of a rainbow spine rather than a ramp. So palms are going to be down by your hips. Heels, you're going to walk those heels as close as you can to your sits bones, so close as you can to your butt cheeks. And keep them about the width of your hip bones, so they're not super wide nor are they super narrow. Palms down by your hips, shoulder blades kind of come underneath the back. And then think about rounding into your lower back just for a little bit as you lift the pelvis up. And you don't have to go to your extreme. You can come to like right here, like a little float. But use the upper arms, press down into the upper arms, get those shoulder blades under you to take advantage of this opening across your collarbones. Press down into the heels, toes are light. Reach out the tops of your knees, out the thighs. And if you can bring your hips up and up and up and up, you might be able to interlace fingers underneath the pelvis. Get those upper arms underneath you. Press down through the interlaced fingers, down through the upper arms, down through the heels, out the thighs, out the knees. Don't let the knees splay. Imagine they're magnetized toward one another. Don't move the head, and just let yourself open up here in the front chest. Three more breaths. And then exhaling all the way down. Let yourself lower, undoing the shape, hug the knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze. And back bending is activating, it's warming and heating. So at the end of practice, I don't like to do lots of them, but if you want to do one or two more, you totally can. They feel good to you. And if you want to do more of a quieting type of bridging, I like these, so I'll lead you through these ones.
So your inhale will lift the hips and the arms float. And the exhale, you'll just drift the hips down and drift the hands down. So this is an option for 5 breaths if you don't want to do another traditional yoga bridge. I like to give a lot of freedom at the end of practice because every body kind of winds down a little differently. Last time, if you're doing a flowing bridge, there's no one right way to do any of this. I'm going to take a pause. And I'm going to suggest a different type of twist for this practice. Because we did a lot of external rotation of the hips, we'll do an internally rotating twist. So the feet are going to be wide set on your mat. And then as you, it's like a windshield wiper, but we're not going to let the legs just flop. So let the right knee drop in toward that left inner ankle, but keep the left knee pointing mostly up to the sky. Don't let that left knee flop open. Keep it up as you drop the right knee in down toward that left ankle. And then bring the right knee up and let the left knee drop toward the right inner ankle, keeping that right knee mostly up. So this kind of windshield wiper really helps that internal rotation of the hip. So exhale, drop the right knee in. Inhale, bring the right knee up. Exhale, drop the left knee in. Inhale, bring it up. Exhaling, drop it in. Inhaling, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. One more time, right leg. And left leg. And then bring the feet back to center. Let the legs extend out long, preparing for your Shavasana. If there's one more twist you'd like to do, I would suggest one more twist if you have the time, which is just right knee bent, taking it across the body, and then the right arm opening out there. It gives you a really nice stretch for that right chest. So if you have the time, I don't want us to go too far beyond the 60 minutes, but this is a nice thing to add to the end of your practice, and then you would just switch sides. So I'm just breezing through this. As I say, the end of your practice really is yours to kind of make your own, but this left knee will then bend and come across the body with the straight right leg, and that left arm can extend out to the side. So these are some nice finishing touches for the end of your practice. And even if you breeze through them, that's fine, they still feel good. And now those legs can extend, and you can go splat in your Shavasana, feet flopped open, palms up. And let yourself just melt into your mat. Letting go of all control over your breathing. Surrendering any control over the body. So kind of taking a mental sweep of the standard holding patterns, the tongue, the jaw, let it release. The neck and shoulders soften. The eyeballs soften. The arms be heavy, hands soft. Feeling the spine melting back into the floor behind you. Hips are heavy, legs are heavy, feet are soft. You might be able to feel the heart beating. Practicing this practice of conscious rest. Letting the body be just as it is. The thinking mind
witnessing things as they are in rest. seat to acknowledge your practice. This place of presence and peace that's always accessible and available to you. At the bottom